gas station.
Was it low on gas?
Had no gas, dude.
Oh.
You don't use your own money.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for that. It is not 2008 or 2000. 2016. No recommend store. What is up, YouTube? Happy Friday. Today, if you can't tell, we are in a Lamborghini Aventador painted in Rosso Mars. Super rare color for this car. But that's what I love about this one. It's so damn bright. Now we're gonna do a little experiment here to see if that will stay still. Corsa mode. Sounds better. Front lift is up. I don't want to scrape. So I want to apologize because of the fact that my videos have been completely sporadic, very off track, so I do apologize. But today, I'll sit in my office thinking to myself, well, what can I do for a cool video? So I figured I'd take this Aventador, go do a little like review, do a full like coverage kind of video on a very special car. And honestly for me, like, this car is probably my favorite car we have in the showroom for a lot of different reasons. Now, I like this car because of how bright it is. I think that if you buy a Lamborghini, you have to buy something that's very bright and crazy and exciting, and especially something that, like, you know, Rosso Mars. If you guys aren't familiar with that color, that means red, a very bright red, and you guys will see a little bit more throughout this video, pretty much showing the car, the details, how bright the paint is. It has the white stitching on the interior. Really cool car. One thing about the newer Aventadors, the 15 models and 16 models, is they have this little button down here you can press, and it'll actually raise and lower the wing behind you. And they didn't have that from like 12 to 14 from what I remember. Also, the stitching on the interior, I love it. Like, it looks really good. It's Q-Sutera is what it's called for the Gallardo. For the Aventador, I don't know if there's like a name for it. I'm sure it's Q-Sutera. But in reality, it's just diamond stitching. Really need to invest in something that holds my camera still. Alright, so we're gonna go to this secret little spot that I know of in La Jolla. It's called Lightbox. Just finished up at that last location. Now I'm at the cross, but what happened to it? I mean, I don't know if you guys can see. This is the cross where they usually have like not that stuff on it, which is kind of weird. It's like a memorial kind of thing for San Diego, and like, I don't know if you can see the view, but around this corner you can see it a lot better. See, this is cool, but I don't know what all that stuff is on it. But check out that view. Breaking necks. Alright, there's nowhere to shoot there. I can't shoot at that spot. So I'm gonna go to La Jolla Shores, get the second spot done, and do another Periscope. So I get a lot of comments from people saying, what is it like to drive a Lamborghini? Well, there's a few different ways you can put it. It's really fun, it's fast, it's loud, it's very low to the ground, very sleek. There's a lot of different ways you can look at it. Now for me, when I first started driving these cars, I was pretty scared, I was nervous. Standard of anyone driving a car that's worth, you know, $500,000. This one in particular, yeah, it's around $480, I think, with like the special options and everything. But let's go through one thing right now, is that since they're very wide and very low, they don't fit through roads very well. Thank you. How else can I explain driving a Lamborghini? The biggest point that I want to get across to you guys is that when you drive these cars, you have to be extremely careful. You have to be very, very, very safe. Because there's so many people looking at you, there's so many people in cars that want to take pictures of you, and that's awesome, I love that. But if you're behind the wheel of one of these cars, you have to be very defensive, extremely defensive when you drive. So that means looking 500 feet ahead in all different directions, literally looking all around you to make sure no one's gonna hit you. And also I can tell you right now, I'm gonna pull over because this is actually a big distraction for me, and I don't want to risk anything. When it comes to driving these cars, like I said, it's very important that you're careful with everything that you do. Everything from making sure the front lift system is up when you go over a speed bump, or anyone around you. Because think about it, when you're not in a Lamborghini and you're in another car and you're looking at that Lamborghini, you're gonna wanna take some photos. So if you're driving, be very careful of taking photos of a car. Don't get too close to the person driving that car. But for me, the first few times I drove these cars, it was very nerve-wracking, but you get more and more used to it. You start to realize your visibility and the way the car operates and the way the throttle feels, the way that the clutch feels, pretty much all different aspects that come into play when you start actually getting behind the wheel of a car. Now you're gonna get a lot of attention, which is fun. It can be a very fun thing to do, but make sure you're careful. Now, if you get somebody who's recording you and you think it's a good idea to rev the hell out of the car or full throttle the car a long straightaway, that might not be the best idea unless you own the car or you own the company you work for. For someone like me, I don't push these cars hard on the streets. I don't ever do that. There's no reason to. I go to the track, I get it out of my system when I can, and that's it. These don't belong to me. They're not mine. They're not under my name. I have to be very, very careful and very sensitive about what I do, what I post, and how I treat these cars. Now, yeah, here and there you'll get out when you get on the freeway or you take a turn really fast, kind of have fun. You know, I've done that. I've gone to Rancho Santa Fe and gone to the Secret Car Club, and I've done cool spirited driving, but not over the top about to crash. Just being very cautious of my surroundings, making sure that if I'm gonna do anything, it's in a safe environment like a track or somewhere safe like that. An overall feeling besides the careful part and the defensive part, it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. When I was 14, I saw my first Murcielago in downtown San Diego, and that was like a huge experience for me. Now that I have the chance to get behind the wheel of all these amazing cars, it's like my mind is blown that I get to drive these and get paid for it. And it's not even just that, it's that I love these cars. I genuinely love Lamborghini. That's my #1 brand. I didn't wear the right shirt today. Overall, I love Lamborghinis in general, and being able to drive them every day as a career is a dream come true, but there's a lot of things that come with that, as you have to be very responsible. The first Lamborghini I drove, I was like 19 maybe, and I was like, I wanted to go fast and crazy, but then I realized like, this is not my car. I have to be very cautious and very careful with it. So what I did is I made sure that no matter what, no matter how badly I wanted to go fast, no matter how badly I wanted to floor it, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And I, thankfully, you know, I've been very careful my whole life with all these cars. And when I own one, yeah, I'll beat the hell out of it and have a ton of fun. But I'm not gonna push these cars that don't belong to me. And there's a reason behind that. It's just respect. It's overall respect for the company that you work for, or let's say you're shooting one for a customer, or you're riding in one, whatever it is. No matter what the car is, you want to respect it as much as you want to. You want to respect it to a certain degree where you feel comfortable driving it or you feel comfortable behind the wheel, whatever it is. You want to be very cautious. But yeah, it's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. It's cool to be able to go to different spots like I did today, get some really cool video, get some cool Periscope footage, get awesome clips for my YouTube channel for, you know, trying to sell these cars. But not only that, but supply you guys with really cool entertainment. Now for me, like, this is genuinely fun. I love doing this stuff. But the best thing is now is that when I go take these cars out, you guys may not see on camera, I get to share this with other people. Like, people walk up to me from the beach or from, you know, somewhere out in the open or wherever I'm doing a photo shoot, and they go, holy crap, like, can I look at the car? I'm like, hell yeah, go ahead, check it out. It's cool to share that because some people don't even know what this is. They've never seen one in person, so like their jaw drops to the floor, they freak out. So it's really cool to be able to share it with the world now that I have access to it, because when I was younger, someone gave me access to one when I was 15 or 16 to sit in one, and that changed everything for me. I was like, man, I really want to work with these cars. But overall, what is it like to drive a Lamborghini? It's very, very fun, but you have to be very cautious. It's a little bit scary, a little bit, because everyone's looking at you. You never want to leave the car alone. There's always something going on. If you get a chance to drive one, be very careful, but enjoy it, cherish the moment whenever you can. If you guys have any questions, you can see all the information right here. Feel free to pause the video, all the options, and your final price is $466,000. We got the Corvette in the showroom now, and also the Hellcat. This thing was at service for a while, getting checked out, and what do you know, it got brand new tires. Go figure. Looks kind of out of place in the showroom, but overall I like the look of the car. And the Corvette. Norris, your cars are in good hands, my friend, but this is a very sad song. Parked there. Seriously? Check this spot out. This is one of my spots I used to go to shoot cars at all the time. It's really cool because it has like a really nice house right there, but the main thing you come here for is the view. You can see all of La Jolla, all San Diego from the coast. And then you have this badass Aventador.